First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Mike 18, Mike 18. Silver. Express. Watch 18. 18's the mic.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? You know, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
On first down, Carr. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 18. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And some space here. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there out of the running game.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
First down, here's Burrow. This is caught, it's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The
Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. That's caught by Waller out left side. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Runs up, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Bulldozes past him. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Raiders 7. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Raiders.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
To throw, it's Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Mixon again.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3rd and goal. Burrow.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positive.
And he works free, and he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Hey, pick it up.
Here's Carr to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 18, Mike 18. You gonna wait. See me, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Watch 18. 18's the mic.
Again, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey, let's get this. Watch 18. 18's the mic. All day, dog.
Now it's the backup Mariota. And he'll find Moreau here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. Here's second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Now a play fake. Carr.
At the 42-yard line.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Darren Waller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football and everything.
This is intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
Open man, that's Renfro. And he's got Rome. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30.
A big play there just before halftime.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4. We got 4.
Carr going to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. All day. All day.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marcus Mariota, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. The final shot here before half for Carr. Flushed out right. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Burrow will throw.
There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Open man is Uzama. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
A big play there for the Raiders.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
Oh, he bowls over him. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7.
Ahead.
Here we go. Watch 18. 18's the mic.
The left side completion to Jones.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now Burrow on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 2nd down, Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Joe Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
A handoff to Mixon. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Misses yet again. And the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
McPherson's kick is good.
And with that, they will move out in front by 3.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Eluding the pressure right. And he goes out right around the 39.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Carr. And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
93.
To throw his Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Carr now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jacobs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr. Looking left sideline, incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Carr to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Here's Mariota. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
On 2nd down now, Mixon, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Again, it's Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Cincinnati, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas.